info.
And we're good to go this morning here on Nigeria Info's Daily today, sponsored by MTN Nigeria. Let's start with Vanguard Newspaper. Myself and Jimi, we're here. You can see us on Facebook if you like to watch, because we're audio visual. So go to Facebook and watch right now. Let's know what you think about these headlines. Vanguard Newspaper, page 13 of the Vanguard. Service chiefs, you are unfair to Southeast. NEF tells Buhari. Service chiefs, you are unfair to Southeast. NEF tells Buhari. The rider excluding Southeast inimical to Founding Fathers One Nigeria project.
First of all, let me tell you who or what NEF is. NEF is the Northern Elders Forum. This is a new Nigeria I'm seeing in the making. Very little baby steps towards people owning up and being honest and not parochial about things. This is from the Northern Elders Forum. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I jolly well could be wrong. I'm only human. But I think this is the first time, Sheriff, that one is seeing the protection, one part, any of these various well, I don't want to use the word tribal.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of something else. Any of these groups defending the other in such a sensitive issue like this. And I think if we had more of this country might be a better place where people now start thinking of the general peace as opposed to their own interests.
But then again, you know that these groups too, you can't rule out underlying influence or interest that they may have.
Well, you see, whatever it is, and I said I could be wrong. I've always leave that little door open. But this is the first time that I'm seeing something of this dimension, that the NEF would be telling their fellow Northerner in public and say to him, listen, the security architecture you put up is not balanced. This is the first time. Maybe it has happened before. I'd like to be corrected.
Maybe,
probably. But for something as significant as this, and I'm surprised that the newspapers played it down. And that shows you that a lot of our newspapers are more interested in commercialization than having, the full interest, because this is significant. It is a shift, and I would have expected it to blow all the headlines. And I'm glad it has happened. The more of this we have, the better I think our country would be. And they have said exactly what we have been saying. But listen to how they crafted it. They say, it says, the Northern Elders continued, we thought some lessons would have been learned by the presidency by now, that the Igbo too are also Nigerians and deserve to be fairly and godly treated. How can there be appointment of two sets of service chiefs without any Igbo person among them? Is this fair? This is coming from the Northern Elders Forum. Says, what exactly has the Igbo people done to deserve this kind of unfair treatment? And says that a careful checks revealed that Igbo have senior and very qualified military officers in the Navy, Army, and Air Force who are serving faithfully in their various capacities. What is their sin? We have seen how the Ohanes in Igbo and several Igbo groups are fighting the criminal Son Nnamdi Kanu and his group, the outlawed IPOB, on a daily basis because they believe and act one Nigeria. And they then call on the president not to take certain actions that will continually be used by Mr. Kanu to garner followers from the Southeast government geopolitical extraction, insisting that steps would take Nigeria towards fault lines, should be avoided. And they appeal to the president too. Yes. This is quite significant.
It's commendable.
And commendable. I hope somebody won't come up and say the spokesperson who said this was his own personal view. I hope not. But at face value, I think it's a very, very good development.
All right. We're going to stay with Vanguard. It's just that we're leaving page 13. Let's go to page 5. PIB free for all at National Assembly over who speaks for Niger Delta. Did you see the video?
Wait. I want to apologize, especially to those, to those who are younger than I am, for having set what I would call a bad example, even though in the privacy of my bedroom. When I saw the video, it was I watched it about 4 times. Then I said to myself, Jimmy, but you shouldn't be watching things like this.
I watched it though.
You watched it?
Like 12 times.
I'm telling you.
Because I was trying to just rationalize it. Like,
but I said I was ashamed of myself, really, to be honest with you. And I want you to be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, I'm not ashamed.
You're not ashamed. I was ashamed that I found it quite exciting. But talking seriously now, like my good friend would say, talking seriously now, what happened yesterday is a reflection of the new world order. It is not peculiar to Nigeria, where I'm sorry, I don't want to use a derogatory word, but you see, these are part of the results of the social media that allows everybody believe that their own views should supersede others. You know, a lot of us are not accommodating of other people's views and so on and so forth. That is one aspect there. So it's not peculiar to Nigeria. It is a new world order that we are going to be seeing.
That's right.
And it will take some time to turn it around. I mean, see what is going on. I hope you're observing what is going on in the United States and things like that. So that's one. The other has to do with the problem is about representation. It was an open hearing, and it was about who would represent the communities. Now, the idea was for them to come in one voice. But as it happens, in most cases now, some people like to impose their own leadership on their people. And that is what you see that led, you know, it's sad that a matured man, you know, would do what that person did. He must have been the boxer before, though. I saw about 3
You figured too.
I saw about 3 uppercuts, 2 straight jabs.
I'm not sure because I kept looking at it, analyzing, and I heard something like captain or something. I thought, oh, maybe this person was actually
I saw. You know. I've never been a boxer.
Yeah.
But my late uncle, Tinubu Smart Ali, go and ask in campus area. They know him. He taught me a few things. So I saw about 3 uppercuts and 2 straight jabs. You know, and I was so excited. But I wonder how he would feel watching it with his children when he's watching the news at 10 on channel.
Maybe he'll feel proud. Like, look, your daddy would not take anything.
But let me give a warning. We are mourning the death of a LASMA official who died. His name is Samson Akimade, and he died from injuries, being knocked down by motorists. Let me tell you that what this gentleman did yesterday, he should be glad that the other man is alive. You must not get involved in any form of violence. Had the man kicked the bucket yesterday, and I hope he doesn't, because he looks a bit unwell. He's playing with, at the very least, manslaughter. So we need to show a bit of restraint before, you know, this is just a warning to.
It was actually an eyesore if you look at the environment that thing, you know, happened. It was an environment. It was called public hearing for a reason.
Yes.
So this thing shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have occurred. The very most that I believe could have happened was that, okay, they get into an altercation and they get into a shouting match and but physical assault. Yes. I don't think that was.
It has to do with the pedigree of people who want to step into positions of leadership. It has to do with their pedigree. Look at the leaderships that you have across the board. There are exceptions, yes, but generally the kind of things that I was giving 2 million naira for fuel money. I mean, look, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. It's the kind of leadership that is stepping forward, and these things that we allow. We have poverty has so knocked out our brains that the things that we never could you ever imagine that Awolowo would box Akitola? It's not possible. It's not possible. Or that Zik or Mike Okpara would box. It's not possible. Even Ojuku. You understand? These people, they would stand there, have their arguments and so on, but they would never go violent. It has to do with pedigree, upbringing. But our society now permits all and sundry. Everybody believes that, you know, and God help us all. You know, God help us all.
It's embarrassing.
But the fight's
really embarrassing.
The fight's small.
Yeah, I saw it like 12 times. Let's go to Vanguard. Let's stay with Vanguard, page 11. Apapa gridlock. Lasma police cede traffic control to touts. Apapa gridlock. Lasma police cede traffic control to touts. It has some riders here. Okada riders go berserk after 3 colleagues killed by truckers. Residents, motorists groan. We suspect sabotage, Lagos government. Corruption taking higher dimension, says amateur president.
Is this in line with the themes?
Transportation.
Yes,
transportation.
Okay. The truth is, the Lagos State government has lost control of that area. That's what it is. There's been a lot of huffing and puffing, and they have lost control. And they might need some federal assistance to gain control of that area. The corruption there, as reported by certain persons, is so large. It's so large that the varied interests will not allow peace and order in that place. People make millions of naira from this confusion. I think the governor needs to put his mind on this and make up his mind which way he's going to go. This is not one of the cases where, because we're beginning to perceive our governor as somebody who just wants to be seen as being nice. I remember when he came on board, I told him, I said, Lagos needs a cowboy. Lagos needs a Terminator, some. And that is what we got in Fashola, and it's a pity we cannot replicate these things again. We have to keep referring to somebody who ran the state how many years ago. Lagos State needs a very firm leader. A very firm leader who knows his onions, and what he doesn't know is willing to take advice about it, and will be allowed to do the needful. You see, because part of the problem is, if you're a governor of Lagos, first of all, you have your constituents, those who supposedly vote for you, but the most important one is you have the varied interests of groups of people. You have the varied interests of these people who will just keep strangulating the state and not let it operate properly. And so, because you ask yourself, for example, did the governor pick his team? Did he pick the commissioner for transport? Is he happy with him? I don't know the gentleman. I don't know him. But I begin to ask if he's an efficient commissioner for transport. Is the governor happy with him? Can he fire him? Who do we blame? The buck stops at the governor's table, but sometimes we have to do a further analysis and see what exactly is going on. So we've lost control of that area, and it's going to be like a cancer. It's going to spread. We've lost control of Lagos Island virtually, as far as traffic and Okada and whatever is concerned. So the question is, by this time next year, what would the government be controlling? Who would the government be ruling over? The government has to shape up. If he's going to take federal assistance, so be it. Could set up some big security team to knock out everybody and knock everybody in line in that neighborhood. I think enough is enough of what we have. The gridlock we have in Apapa. People have invested interests. They have factories, you have flour mills, they have big factories, Liver Brothers, all of that. No, Liver Brothers has got to Oregon. I'm living in the past. But you have loads of investment, and that's where the port is. You can't continue to have 3-4 years of confusion and say we are going to live with it. So I'd ask the commissioner, forget about what Sims says, sit down with your governor and please come out with a concrete plan and practical plan about how to tackle this big embarrassment that we have on our hands.
Indeed. Let's go to Punch. Ogun traders protest wants burnt markets rebuild. That's here on page 11 of the Punch.
Thank you. In fact, I saw you had to breathe down. Apart from that, there's another story here that says that market leader developer debunk setting Agbodru market. Now, let us tell ourselves some home truths. That's why there's a gentleman that's on Instagram. It's called Balogun Ekoba. I've forgotten his real name. And he has raised this issue. That's why I said the other day, don't let's sweep these issues under the carpet. It appears to be a pattern, Sheriff. It appears to be a pattern that some people will set their eyes on the people's markets. Somehow it would catch fire. And then once it's burnt down, you now want to build an edifice there for the elite. It is suspected it happened in Tejosho. It is
Tejosho.
suspected it happened in Oyingbo. Suspected it happened in other places. So it has now become almost like a pattern. I wish somebody would document how many of our markets have caught fire. And then to ask the question, who probed the fire to find out what actually happened? Obviously, there's some element of suspected racketeering going on in this. And it is very unfortunate, and our people must now get up to resist this. Look at Tejosho now, it's almost 3/4 unoccupied. By the time they put the new market together, the original
traders
couldn't even afford 1 square meter of the place. Oyingbo is a mess. The market has shifted to the road. You know, and I think the government now should start thinking that they should start realizing that, look, this pattern is well known to people. The very interest in government and in the councils and whatever should be called to order. Let's make an example out of 1 or 2 of them. And let us insist that if a market is burnt, it should be renovated and whatever back to its original position. A few aesthetic things put in place and given back to the original owners. So in Ogun State now, the traders are protesting, hundreds of them, at a popular place called Sabu Akadibo Market in Shagamu. And they say the state government has neglected them in the reconstruction market, which got burnt about a year ago. It happens. They give you some time. If care is not taken now, they'll come up with, we don't have the funds to. We have a developer. That's the catchword. We have a developer, and before you know it, the things that I don't know. The things that come up for us to review here sometimes, they end up frustrating you and spoiling your day. You know? Can't we have any happy news?
Well, we can look for.
Look for one, please.
Okay. We'll look for one.
You want to read the next one now?
Yes, let's read the next one.
I saw you were hesitant.
So the thing is, I can't find any.
No, the truth is, good news is no news.
Yeah. I'm looking at the page and I can't see.
If you wrote to the papers that the president woke at 6 o'clock, said his prayers, had his bath and was at work, nobody's going to.
It's in here, so.
Okay, let's go.
Let's take this one. Police arrest Jesus for indecent conduct in Anambra. Let me merge it with this one. Herbalist, 3 others arrested. Fake dollars, charms recovered from fraudsters. That's an interesting story.
Yes, it's quite interesting, and we have to put an end to these things that happen on the video of this.
You saw the video of Jesus.
I put it on my Instagram. Let me tell you something so people understand. I run my Instagram page as a journalist. Not that I believe in everything that
you put up.
That I see, not that I support it, but for you to know what is going on. This man had about 20 people naked, having their bath in water, male and female, money rituals, as it were.
Yeah.
There's another one.
And he was sprinkling, he was spraying money on them inside the stream.
There's another one. They were eating live chicken. This habit we, especially our young people, have to make money at all means. It's going to ruin us as a society. Before I go, the things that we do in the name of religion is not the only one.
No,
I'm thinking of another one now.
It's not.
Another one I think it's in the East. And there are loads of them that do all these funny things in the name of religion and money and success and this and that. This is what poverty brings up. Heaven help those of you who believe in these things. I wish you all the best. And again, I'd like to, tender condolences to the family of Akimade, who was
the last man official. Very sad.
Very sad. He died in line of duty. I hope his family is well taken care of by the state government in line with the themes. Okay.
Indeed. Let's not go the team's way.
Let's not go the team's way.
Okay.
Yes, it's an ad, but I'd like to talk about it.
Okay. It's an ad by the Lagos State government. It's titled "Suspension of Approvals in Respect of Land Extension into the Lagoon at Banana Island and Osborne Foreshore."
And you also want to note that it has photographs along with
Yes.
Sharif, do you know what I think it is?
What's
elite who live on the foreshore, elite in that area.
Yeah.
They feel part of the land that they have access to. That's why you have the pictures here. Look at what they built there. Okay.
So if their property is close to the lagoon, the Sandfield,
so that
and they keep taking
it is only the elite who will do that.
I
Meanwhile, they've been doing that, and you've been chasing Omondiles in Ipaja, in Oro, and all these other areas. I think the government needs to bring them to book. It's not just issuing a public notice and saying suspension of approvals in respect of land extension. You see, we need to pin our elite down. In this country called Nigeria, the elite are the worst behaved in all the groups, and they are the most covered. And a lot of our elite, I must say, they do need some level of you get it.
Yeah, I get it.
Not all, please. I just said something. It says, this one says that the attention of the Lagos State government has been drawn to the increasing and continuing degradation of the Lagos shoreline as a indiscriminate illegal dredging, reclamation, and land extensions into the Lagos.
Just go there, reclaim the land from them, just demolish anything that they put there,
and arrest them.
And reclaim it. Simple. Arrest them. Prosecute them.
Prosecute them and make when you catch people.
Go there and make example of somebody.
When you catch people stealing telephone and all these things, you parade them, tell them sit on the floor.
And
do so likewise. If you go, some people you can't tell them this. But unless we make a determined effort to name and shame those who disobey the law, we are not going to get anywhere.
But this could well just be one of the signs of weak institution that we have.
No, I think apart from weak institutions, there's also a weak society, a society that has no morals. We don't have morals anymore. There is nothing like, oh, this mustn't happen. People go to prison, come out and celebrate, go to do Thanksgiving in church, There are no morals anymore. It's been thrown to the wind. Anyway.
Let's take our last story. Mirik backs Tinubu for presidency. There you go.
Yeah, the Tinubu presidency seems to be gaining ground, and I wish him luck. He's within his rights to, I don't know why a religious body is so, but it's their freedom to do so. I thought that Mirik represented some Muslim interests. Why he's thrown his weight early in the day when you don't even know who the other candidates are. I honestly don't understand. But it's a free world. Tinubu is free to contest. You're free to vote or not vote for him, Mirik or whatever. But I would just wish that we do things in a very temperate and understandable manner. You get what I'm saying? When I say understandable manner, something that you would understand and I would understand.
Simple enough.
Simple enough. Because you say, when you say I don't, one thing that when you say it in English, I'm sorry, the Yoruba is only other language I know. It's but when you shake your head in Yoruba and say Koyemio, say I don't
understand.
I just don't understand. But it's going on. By the way, we haven't heard from this gentleman for a while. Ashiwaju.
Oh yes, we haven't.
We haven't heard. It would be nice if, because he's a public figure, we'd like to know. We haven't heard from him for a while. I hope he's safe and well.
It's possible that
Hattie and chatty.
It's possible that he's making moves. Underground moves. It's very possible.
Why is underground moves? Like laying cables or something?
No. Just having meetings with Jimi, with...
No. I've never met the man, though. No, I don't know. I saw him
You never met him before?
No. But I've spoken to him twice.
On the phone?
On the phone, he called me.
Okay.
But I've never met him.
What did you guys talk about?
He just said that he liked what... That's it. All those who say, I don't like Tinubu, he said he liked what I was doing. he said he liked what I was doing and he would love us to meet one of these days. And I said, yes, one of the days I'll summon courage and go.
This was 2012, 2013?
This was before... but no, I think it was the year after Ambode or something like that.
Okay.
Those are the years. That's how I calculate.
That's fairly recent.
I put my dates in Tinubu time, Fashola time, Ambode time, and this.
Okay.
Who do you think is going to be the governor of Lagos in 2023?
I don't even know who is coming out.
You know one.
No, I don't.
You know what?
You cannot set me up. I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody.
You know one.
Oh, yeah, let's be going.
No,
We have to go now.
Okay,
It's Friday.
Okay, it's Friday. Let's go.
He doesn't want to go again.
All right.
But you'll be back at 9.
I'll be back at 9, and we'll be talking domestic issues, really.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Somebody who does that. Yeah.
All right, then. Daily Digest with Jimi Disu is back on radio today at 9 o'clock. You should join him then. Jimmy,
Please
thank you.
Remember always to put my sponsor's name, MTN.
Yes, sponsored by MTN Nigeria.
That is month end. You get.
So that, you know.
Yeah,
exactly. Okay. Daily Digest with Jimi Disu, sponsored by MTN, is coming up at 9 o'clock. Well, many thanks to MTN for sponsoring Dailies today. We appreciate you for that. Jimmy, we need to go now. News is coming up in a moment. Stay here. Don't go anywhere.
Yellow. This is a public service announcement to our dear customers that don't have NIN or are yet to link their NIN to their MTN lines. As
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.